Alright guys, welcome back. We have the new leaks here a bit late today, but yesterday obviously there was a Dkayed stream. You can see the results of the tournament, Poplar banned here, and obviously we will go over the ban list a little later on. Quick spoiler alert, the fact that the King Calamity got banned, this kind of hinted that we would see Centurion, which obviously is an archetype that is definitely up to come here to us, because we already have the Memento stuff, for example, and Centurion definitely a fan favorite archetype that could pretty easily make the King Calamity and lock your opponent out of playing the game. But it is not coming in the next pack, unfortunately. Maybe the pack afterwards should come then finally at some point. But we might also wait a bit more, because you can see there are new cards for Centurion here that are not released yet. They will come in Info, in Infinite Forbidden, so we might once again see the new trend of Konami that they give us the complete archetype with all of the cards that we want and that we need, basically. So we might get this at full power a bit later on, which also would be nice, I guess. But yeah, King Calamity is gone, so definitely not that great for Centurion, because this was one of their main plays. But Centurion is not what we are getting. We are getting another archetype from these packs. I think the archetype that we are getting was in here with Centurion in the specific pack. Centurion released, and then together with Memento, I think Memento, Centurion, and our third archetype that we will get in the next pack, Valmonica. All of them were in the same pack, so I guess we will get Centurion last. So we get Valmonica. Is this cool? Is this not so cool? The deck is basically basing on these two, the Demon Valmonica and then the Angelo Valmonica. We don't know at the current point which like progress of this deck we will get. Safe to assume that, because that was the same with Memento, safe to assume, I guess, that we will get the new stuff from Lady, which would then also be the new Link 1 here from Valmonica. If we not get the Lady stuff, then this deck is basically unplayable. If we get the Lady stuff, then it's nice, but not the strongest. And then there is like another support wave coming here in the future. You can also combine this deck together with the new Melodious engine we don't have in the game currently, but will come to us in the future. This is not the most impactful deck, not the most meta relevant one. So what you are trying to achieve here, and a normal end board that you can achieve with 1 or 2 card combos. Obviously you can also go into an Appaloosa or something if you have a bit more material to work with, but you can end up on your level 1 Link monster here, which the whole shtick of this archetype basically is that you can copy the effects of your spells and traps. So the angels here can do it. You can see the angel, the light angel, and also the devil angel can do it, can copy it, as it says here during a main phase. If this card was normal or special summon this turn, you can banish one Valmonica normal spell trap from your grave, apply whichever effect on that card includes gaining life points. So it's all about gaining and losing life points. I can quickly show you how this works. So for example, the Disharmonia Valmonica Disharmonia, we can see in a moment here if it shows us the card, but it's all about gaining and losing life points, and these have then additional effects. You can see it's also about about resonance counters, because if there are resonance counters on these little angels here, they have bonus effects and can trigger additional stuff. But if we read it here, we can gain 500 life points, and then we can add one of our banished Valmonica cards to our hand, or we can take 500 damage and then can add one Valmonica card from our graveyard to our hand. So if you gain life points, then this will be beneficial for this card here. You can copy the effects of life point gaining cards, and with this one life point reducing cards, and then you can end up on this Zebufera Valmonican Hello in Heaven, which obviously Link 1 is always nice. The most important one being cannot be linked summoned unless you have 3 or more resonance counters on the field or on monsters on the field in your pendulum zone. So you have to firstly stack up these angels a bit with resonance counters, and then you can go for the Zebufera here, and it says once per opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one of your Valmonica normal spells traps that is banished or in your graveyard. So the cool thing is that you can banish your spells traps with the little angels, and then you can still use them with your Zebufera, and then you can basically copy the effect, right? And you have some nice traps here. We will get new traps in the future with the full support. I think we will get the second wave of support. You can play this deck, but it just won't be super strong, especially with the new hits that we have seen to Snake Eyes, but I will talk about this in a another video today that you can also check out. By the way, if you like my videos, please consider subscribing and hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell. This helps out a lot. We can see this also has a gain and then take damage effect. If you gain, then you can destroy one spell trap on the field, and if you take, you can return a monster from the field to the hand. So this basically, the dragon here has the effect of whatever trap or normal spell you are copying. You can, for example, also copy this one if you have it in the grave or banished, then your Valmonica monsters cannot be targeted, or you can negate the effect of one effect monster your opponent controls until the end of this turn. So you have a lot of options that you can choose from with your boss monster here. Basically, you can call it a boss monster even though it's a link 1 here. This is our best starter. Also, I think one of the new cards, the normal summon, that basically says if this card is normal or pendulum summoned, you can add one Valmonica card from your deck to your hand, starting your entire combo. Basically, this will probably be one of the ultra rares because you will need 3 of these, and then this deck can pretty easily also make a Baguska, so on 1 or 2 card combo hands, if you get interrupted, for example, or if you can play through entirely with 1 card combo, you will normally end up on your Zebufera, which then can copy some stuff, and you will have a Baguska, which is actually not that bad, because to out the Baguska, your opponent basically would need an Infinite Permanence, another spell or trap card that he can activate, or a link monster that would be able to battle over the Baguska. Definitely decks like the fire decks can pretty easy get to that point with the Promethean Princess, but it's definitely nice having a Baguska and then also the Zebufera online, because this is link monster. Obviously it's unaffected by Baguska, so you can then go ahead and, for example, this one was the returning one. So for example, if your opponent managed to get a Promethean Princess on the field, giving him the ability to attack over your Baguska, then you could just go copy this one and return the Promethean Princess to the hand, or in this case to the extra deck. And then we are also playing the Valmonica stuff. We can quickly take a look at this. Actually, Valmonica on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, we're also playing this with like the base extra deck boss monsters that we know and love and basically have in every deck. I think there was also a list topping here, but I'm not quite sure where this was. We can check this fun casual deck out. Not quite sure if this is together with a Labyrinth. That's not what I am looking for, but you can see here that not a lot of people are actually playing this deck. This is with old support, right? This is with the first support wave, or there isn't even the normal summon one in here, unfortunately. We can also take a look. Valmonica, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, OCG. I think it's also in the OCG that it actually OCG. Yeah, there is it. There's Fiendsmith Valmonica, but we can take a look at this. This, by the way, Fiendsmith will be the next big Diabellstar engine, if you want to call it that, because they have the full support here with the link to Valmonica as well. And you can see the Baguska in here, but we are also playing like classic boss monsters like the Appaloosa, obviously. This might get banned in the TCG. A lot of people are speculating, but I guess we will keep it here in Master Duel. I think we have Chaos Angel, and then we have stuff like Typhon, which we will get in the future, maybe in the next pack, who knows. But Dkayed basically said that it won't be the case, but remains to be seen. Sometimes there are some surprises that we don't really were aware of. They also have this field spell that you can use as a starter, because when this card is activated, you can add 1 Valmonica monster from your deck to your hand, which normally is then your Zeletrice Valmonica, the starter, giving you access to all of your other stuff here. By the way, the Fiendsmith engine is able, through their fusion summons, to get you into, for example, an Appaloosa, getting you a lot of materials, and then you can work from there. But this is Valmonica, definitely not. So it's a pendulum archetype, obviously, but definitely not the most impactful one. You can grab it if you want to. Remains to be seen how expensive this will be. I honestly hope that this will be the expensive archetype, because that would mean the Fire King stuff would be cheaper. So as of right now, we know about the Valmonica cards coming. Probably we will get all the stuff here that has an English translation. We will not get the trap here, not get the, where is it, the link to, it's not in here basically, right? Isn't this the Vala? This should be the link to, but this is also a new card, right? You can see it right here. It doesn't even have a picture here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. So these are the new cards that we will probably not get. I think it would be quite wise from them to give us all the cards to make this a somewhat playable and powerful archetype that you can use. I guess this will be a rogue deck if we don't get the full support, and maybe a bottom tier 2 deck if we get the full support, or tier 3, top of tier 3. But I don't think that we'll get all the stuff, because these are 15 cards, and this is definitely very, very much getting 13 cards, which would be all the leady cards without the new info cards. This would already be quite a big amount of cards, so I guess we will get the second support wave. But you can let me know in the comments what you think of this archetype. Are you excited for it? Have you been waiting for this archetype? And as already said, I guess the next one that we will probably get is then Centurion, because this is the one. Why can't I find it if I type it like this? Isn't this how it's spelled? Or it's with an arrow? Okay. Yeah, but I guess we will get Centurion next then, because this is the last remaining of the 3 archetypes from the pack that Memento and Valmonica is from. I'm happy that we got Memento first, because it's definitely the more interesting deck, and also not a bad deck. We can also quickly check that out. There is obviously 2 Memento cards missing that we still need, but you can see right here in the OCG, this is one of the most played decks we have over this weekend. 6 Snake Eyes Fiendsmith, the new stuff, Temper Dragon, and then Memento with 2 decks here. We will also get the new stuff, this little sheep here, and then the new boss monster, Memento Detutschklika Combined Conqueror. And this is quite nice about the Memento deck, these cards. This deck is not expensive at all, and we will most likely only have to craft another ultra rare, and maybe this will probably be an ultra rare, right? And this might not even be an ultra rare, but if you want to play Memento, this is a nice invest into the future, I think, because you will be quite a cheap deck, because you are able to just craft 2 of the boss monsters, and then probably this might be a super rare, and it's very, very cheap. You only need 3 Ang Witches and then one combined creation. These are the only in archetype ultra rares that we have here. But let's see how expensive Valmonica will be. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck. Are you excited or are you not? How excited are you for the next pack? Are you hyped for the Fire King stuff, or do you fear that Snake Eyes or the whole Snake Eye engine might be strong again? Then, as I already said, we will talk about the new balance in another video. Thanks for being here, and we will see each other in the next one.